look at this. We're having a nice carnival here, and it looks like there's all the rides are ready and waiting for the parade to end, so that all the kids and of all ages, even your age and my age, and we'll go over there.
And look at the twirling umbrellas. I mean, the colorful carnival.
Looks like a lot of fun. That place is going to be bubbling in a couple hours.
Yeah, and just think of the cotton candy that's going to be consumed this afternoon. Look at the RV coming for us.
Okay. Well, here we are at the Mound City Days Parade. Bert, this is Bert Larson. He's my co-host, and I'm Kathleen Marie. And we're going to be your sponsors or your MCs today to tell you about what we see as the parade route goes on here.
And it certainly will be interesting for this 8th year of the Mound City Days.
8 years. I think last year it was a little rainy, but today we have beautiful weather. We have about, what does that say over there at the market bank?
88 degrees and a nice breeze.
88 and rising. I think it was 87 when we looked at the last time. But we have a nice breeze, and people are starting to line up along this. Actually, they've been starting to find their place along the parade route here about an hour ago. This is a pretty exciting parade. A lot of units.
And some of these people came early enough so they in the shades of the few trees that there are around here.
Yeah, the little trees, these new trees that they put on the street here a few years back. It's a great day for the parade.
And all the little tykes are waiting for the floats to come by that throw candy.
Now, Bert, you've been in the community for a long time. How many years have you lived in the Mound area?
64. And Don comes in.
64. You're having a little bit of a technical difficulty here, but we'll just make sure our Runda lady here, who's helping out, Judy Hennessy, is going to be helping us. How many years did you say?
64.
64 years you've lived in the community. Okay.
Yes, and I've seen it go from just a cottage community to now a built-up town, particularly residentially, and because so many commuters live here in that is commuting to the Twin Cities for their work.
Well, it's only, 20 minutes to downtown Minneapolis. Mound is an excellent area to live in.
At one time, it used to take us 45 minutes to an hour to get there.
A lot of new business in this area now, too. I see a lot of nice new buildings. They're talking about dredging out the Lost Lake Channel, so that'll be nice.
That is something I'm really looking forward to.
I am, too.
Yeah. That
will open up Mound to the lake, Mound City, more of the city area.
Right.
Well, anyway, here we are. We should probably talk a little bit about what's happening with Mound City Days. This has been an event that has been snowballing through the years with a lot of new things. I know yesterday morning they had a parade, and that was the Kitty Parade. Wasn't able to be in it this year.
And I missed seeing that.
Did you? I did too. Yeah. I was I was busy having a garage sale. That's another event, is the citywide garage sale that goes on here for Mound City Days. That's a new event. As you can see now on the screen, we have people are all lined up along the street and waiting patiently. It's a little past 11, but we're towards the end of the parade route, so it's a little difficult to see the beginning of the parade here right now, but it'll be along in a few minutes.
And the parade is not the end of activities for Mound City Days, of course.
Not at all. We have some major fun things going on today. Not besides the softball tournament. That actually started at 8 o'clock this morning. It's going to run till 7 o'clock this evening. Great day for softball.
And also I think it's the Lions, isn't it, that has the chicken barbecue this evening too?
Yes, I think, I think it starts at about 4 o'clock. And that's at Mound Bay Park?
No, that's it's right here near the Pond Arena.
Oh, it's at the Pond Arena.
Right.
Yeah. Just study my
I think it's 4:30 to 8, and then the dance starts at 8 o'clock.
Right. Well, today at the Mound Bay Park, there's the Alan Alma's boat rides going on, and the Teddy Bear Band, and actually the Raptor Center is going to be putting on a show of raptors. You know, that word raptor came from the wild birds that actually wrap their claws around prey.
Is that where that?
That's where it came from, and so they have these wild birds. The ones that they show are the ones that actually are not able to go back into the wild because they have some kind of an injury that will not allow them to survive in the wild.
Now, raptors are eagles,
falcons and hawks.
Yeah. Those three.
Well, there's probably more too. I suppose there's a lot of varieties of those kinds of birds. Owls are another one. In fact, the Raptor Center just had their annual Raptor Fest at the Lafayette Club this past week. And actually, I'll be doing a show on that. I went over and I taped it, and they let go a barn owl, and it was really exciting to see.
You mean they released him to the wild?
They released it to the wild, right. It was one of the ones that was able to heal well enough to be able to go back into the wild. Welcome to the Mound City Days Parade.
Yes, and isn't it going to be thrilling to see the 8th annual Mound City Days Parade?
Really. This is a lovely day for this, too. I'd like to introduce Bert Larson, who is my co-host today, and I'm Kathleen Marie, and we're going to fill you in on some of the things that are happening in the parade and the units, who's in it, a little bit of information about each of the units.
Right now you can probably hear the sirens in the background. That is the approaching lead.
That's right. And on with the show. Kids always like those fire trucks and those sirens and all that fun sound, don't they?
Yes, they do. And the children are certainly waiting for those floats that throw out candy to them.
Oh, that's right. That's one of the highlights is all of the units that have candy, and they end up with really a lot of candy. Boy, the dentists love that, I bet, huh?
Yes. In fact, the security cycle unit has to see to it that a lot of the children don't get out in the middle of the street for after the candy if they miss it. We see the VFW Honor Guard approaching us now, and it's made up of 7 or 8 individuals, and the VFW was initially chartered in 1946.
Looks like a lot more than 7 or 8 there, Bert.
Yeah,
Looks like a few more people decided to come out long as the weather was so nice.
Probably
huh?
the Legion is involved there too.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the Legion was chartered back in 1920.
It was that long ago. That just the Mound unit?
Yes.
Or the Mound?
Just the Mound VFW, which is post number 5113, and American Legion post 398.
Nice start to the parade.
Now, each of those, the Legion and the VFW, each have an auxiliary unit, the women, and the auxiliary for the American Legion was chartered in 1922, and the auxiliary for the VFW was chartered in 1946.
Well, you have a lot of good information, Bert. Do you know all this by heart, or is this something you studied for before the parade?
I've had researched it a little bit and looked it up. Otherwise,
good. I'm glad I have you next to me here with all this good information. Well, you've been in the community for a long time. You've been out here how long? Since what?
Since 1931.
31. So a lot of these faces are real familiar to you, I'm sure.
Yes, they are. Looking at the TV monitor, the faces are far away.
That was an abrupt stop. Sounded like we just turned off the loudspeaker here.
Rod Crasson, the commander of the VFW, I see, was in there.
Okay, and we have this. There they are. They're marching in unison. Okay, and here's the Mound City Days banner.
Mound City Days banner carried
Sponsored
by the Northwest Tonka Lions.
Oh,
They were chartered back in 1951.
yeah, interesting. Now this next unit coming up has Wayne Twilliger on
Wayne
here.
Williger.
And he's the Grand Marshal of the Parade, and his name is Twig. I knew him when he was working for the Twins. He worked as a first base coach there, but for many years, didn't you talk to him prior to the parade?
Yes, he was first base coach for the Twins for 9 years, and when he actually played professional baseball, he played second base.
Yeah, and now he works for the Saints.
For the baseball player.
And here we have the chairman of the parade, Mound City Days Parade, Jerry Tessa, and he's the Lions president as well, and he's riding with Mike Sorensen, who's the JC's president.
We certainly have to thank them for lining up everything in this and being chairman of the parade to make it as large and as interesting as it is.
They have children of all ages here. I see we've got children in buggies, and oh, they just love this parade. This is a fun parade. People come from all over the community, even as far as Excelsior, do you think?
Well, I think so. In fact, the other thing is that we have entries from outside of the city of Mound in for the parade itself, which is, and
We do.
of course, the units that are from Mound, sometimes they'll reciprocate and go like to Delano when they have their parade on the 4th of July and so forth.
And I think there's usually something in here from Buffalo too. Buffalo has a parade.
Yes.
Now let's see, what is this young lady carrying?
I can't read the sign yet.
Can't read the sign, but she's all alone. She's wondering, well, where is the rest of my group?
Coming now, Dave.
I want you to note how slow the parade is moving here right now. Oh, this young girl was carrying a sign that said Mound City Council. That's what it said.
Mound City Council.
They must be in session or something that she's
She's
carrying
all
that.
alone, but she's Mound City Council.
A future Mound City Council person, huh?
Could very well be.
There's a shot of where we're coming from. We're underneath this nice canopy, protected from the sun a little bit, long as we're sitting here for a couple hours.
Where's the Mound Mayor? But that's Fran Clark coming now.
Yep.
It's nice to see her back. She's the Mound City Clerk, and she's just survived a rather traumatic illness.
Yeah, I saw her before the parade for a little bit, and she seems to be really excited about being in the parade. And she really has a lot of rapport with people, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Well, now here we have the Postal Department, and one of the things that they requested was that they be put in the front of the parade so they can get back to work and deliver all the mail to everybody in the community.
So if your mail is probably 1 hour late today, you know
It was your
where the
truck
blame
that was
is.
in the parade.
They
The
certainly
balloons.
have a deck with balloons.
Yes.
You know, these new postal trucks, they've only come into Mound in the last 6 months to a year, and now all the routes have postal delivery vans. Where before it was by the private automobiles, the postal carriers. And here comes the treat wagon too. They're throwing candy out.
Well, that little girl looks like she's having fun. Look at her. She's got 2 hands full.
Baseball player.
I sure hope the parade goes this slow at the end. When it gets,
Does it tend to speed up at the
oh,
end?
when it's about midway through, then everyone starts dashing by here, and it's real hard to recognize
Well,
everyone.
I hear some music in the background, so we must be having one of the bands coming up.
We should throw some of that candy over here.
Oh,
to
here's
us.
Bob Holston,
Hey.
the mayor. There's the mayor.
Mr.
right
Mayor!
there.
Mr. Mayor!
I'm
Hi! Good, good, good. Come over and say hello.
Yeah, you better do.
How you doing?
Nice to see you. Having a good time?
Oh, well.
A little warm, yeah.
I see you got all the candy. No wonder we ran out.
Ah, we got hands full.
Pick up some candy.
There we go.
Candy bar. Laura, right behind that man. Right
You're
on the floor there, Laura.
welcome.
And here comes the hot air balloon truck.
Right there.
They've got the propane
This is
energizer.
sponsored by Remax A1 Excellence. Yeah. Oh, you're telling me telling us a little bit about the technology of the truck or
Yeah,
the balloon.
it's a propane flame there, and then of course it's under high pressure, and they only use enough just to keep a balloon afloat. And this float is going up to Fergus Falls and has to be there at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So
Well, that would be fun to do that. That's something I've always wanted to do. Have you ever done that, Bert?
yes, I had one trip. We went from Bonnie down to Belle Plaine,
Uh-huh.
and it was wonderful. We went down low in the summertime. It was in June, and we talked to farmers in the field.
Oh, and a pink convertible. Is that part of the balloon group?
I think it's part of the balloon group. They don't have any sign on their. Oh yeah, there's Fearhausen. He's part of Remax.
Oh, sure. He's
Yeah.
okay. Sure,
Yeah.
Dave Freehauser. Listen. That pink Cadillac, that's really something, isn't it? Looks like right out of the Elvis Presley era.
That's a classic.
It is.
It's a classic automobile.
All right, now for some excitement. We're going to get to see the Travelers Motorcycle Patrol. This is a group of 10 or 12 fully dressed Harley Davidsons.
And look at how they're maneuvering.
Harley.
They're from the Shakopee area.
Yeah, and as soon as they finish their maneuvers, then they start to patrol the parade route to keep everything in order. Now that would be a fun job, wouldn't it? Looks like there's a number of women riding
Yes, there is. There's
these bicycles, these motorcycles,
men
these
and
Harleys
women.
now. Yeah. I don't think I remember seeing women last year, but this is pretty neat. There, that's a better shot. Now we can see them.
They're revving it up. They got the flag insignias on the rear of the bikes.
Well, that's something you really have to keep your eye on while you're riding those motorcycles, especially in this kind of a program. Every minute there's motorcycles going in every direction. So
Yes, it certainly is. And the other thing is that I get quite a charge out of some of them. I don't know whether they don't have a muffler or whether they're designed to make that
those
noise.
are Harleys. That's the kind of noise they
That's the
make.
Harleys,
That's the
okay.
Harley noise. You don't hear that on any other motorcycles. That's a unique feature. They're not loud. They're Harleys.
They're Harleys,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the way it goes. here's the sheriff. This is the water patrol. What would we do without these guys on the lake? It's great to have them keeping law and order on Lake Minnetonka.
Pat McGowan is the Hennepin County Sheriff, and he's the first new sheriff in Hennepin County in 28 years. He was just elected into that office in January of '95, or took office, I should say. He has 600 plus employees in the Sheriff's Department, which of course includes the Sheriff's Water Patrol and some other agencies, and with a budget of $45 million.
Wow.
And Pat initially came from the Minneapolis Police Department, where he had spent 19 years. And he's also been a state senator for 6 years.
And next we have the Mound High School Band. Oh, it's nice to hear a band in the parade this year. We didn't have any bands last year, so this is a real treat. Let's sit back and listen to them perform.
Mound High School Band is led by Lee Kelston.
Yeah, it should go there. Yes, that's right. Okay, and here's some more of the Wisconsin Chamber, their banner. Okay, the Senior Volunteer of the Year. This is our senior group, and they have Dottie O'Brien is a woman who is
the vehicle that you see there on the screen right now is still the Wisconsin Chamber, but they've got the youngsters on and squirting water on the crowd that's watching.
What a neat way to cool people down. There's the old teddy bear. There's Janet. Good, good.
And here comes the float from Hardee's with the chicken.
Oh, the Hardee's chicken. All right.
And now we have the Zura Shrine Horse Patrol approaching.
Oh, are they going to perform for us? Sure they are. They're performing down by the corner, so we'll be able to see some of their maneuvers. This is sponsored by Star West Chevrolet, Olds and
John
Geo.
Tackaberry of the Star West Chevrolet Olds and Geo. And the headquarters for the Zura Shrine Horsemen, of course, they're stable in that, and that's out near Delano on County Road 92.
I didn't know that. Horses. Harleys and horses, those are my favorites.
Something back here.
Okay. These Shrine Horsemen have been performing throughout the United States and Canada for over 45 years. Did you know that, Bert?
No, I didn't know that.
And this is their way of raising money for the Shriners Children's Hospital.
Yes.
And the riders, they maintain and own their own horses.
The captain who heads the horsemen is Larry Messerly, and he's the captain this year, and their motto is, "We ride so others may walk." Because all the proceeds that they receive go to the Shrine Children's Hospital. And in order for these people to become Shriners, they must be a Mason first, and then they can join in the Shrine group.
Interesting. That was fun to watch them do that. These horses are very well trained, and you can tell they just love people. They love performing. Look at their ears forward. They're just having a great time today. Oh, here we have an old vehicle.
That's a classic car. Ooh.
This is Ramstead Volunteer Committee.
The Jim Ramstead
that's
unit
coming up.
is arriving now. You can see it right in the screen. He's a congressman from the 3rd District and a Republican.
Well, I think orange is the color here.
Orange is the color, but he's riding in a red Jeep. I'm not sure whether the red and orange really go together too well, but
Well, that's Jim's father driving the Jeep, so that counts.
that's
All right,
Hi.
it's a great parade.
Yeah, this is
Well,
a
you do it so well. This is our
Thank you.
first opportunity to be here since
Well-
Mound's now in the district.
great.
We really have had a good time.
good.
Oh, I'm glad you can be part
Great
of it.
job. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Glad you took the time to be here.
Thank you.
And here we have the West Tonka Seniors group.
Oh yeah,
See you, Mayor.
the pontoon people.
handing out sweets to the kids.
Whoa! Candies for us all. Those
And then
senior
we have-
volunteers, they do a lot of work around here. Here's our.
And in the convertible behind is.
Well, this is still the top volunteers.
Dottie O'Brien, who was Volunteer of the Year as selected by the Chamber of Commerce. And here's more senior citizens.
There's Kathy Bailey right in
They're
front
floating
there.
on wheels.
Yeah,
Hi.
she's works with those seniors all the time. Hi.
Hi, Dean.
I love the boat. Here we have the West Tonka Rides vehicle. You see that on the street quite often. Every day they're all picking up the seniors and taking them here and there.
And then we have Jen Olson, who is, of course, the senator from the state of Minnesota.
Hi,
And,
Jan.
she's actually a resident of Minnetrista, the adjoining city to Mound.
She does an awful lot of community work, just on her own too, as far as.
That's right.
just-
It does not necessarily have to be in the political end
That's
at all.
right,
And
that's right.
It really does. And she's been a teacher, and she's
Here's
also
Dottie.
a farmer.
Here's Dottie.
Oh yeah, there's Dottie.
And there's Father Mike Tilger from Our Lady of the Lake driving a convertible, a Corvette. All right, and here we have a little vehicle that's
have
kind
a
of
clown
cute.
unit
This
from
is
Our Lady
part
of
of
the-
Our Lady of the Lake, yep. And all the kids.
Yeah.
They're on rollerblades and bicycles and wagons and walking. They're dressed as clowns. Our Lady of the Lake is pretty much a community pillar here in the Mound area.
And with their new addition, it's certainly enhanced Main Street.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Here comes Steve Smith. Nope, that's the clown. That's not Steve Smith right there. Although he kids around a lot, but there he is.
There's Steve Smith. He's a state representative. He's a former mayor of Mound as well. Hi, Steve.
Right. This is the Mound Performance Team. These are a group of dance line women, young women, who are doing a fantastic job. They're performing for us right here. Excellent. Having fun. Look at the smiles on their faces. They're just having a great time.
They took 3rd place in the state contest this year.
Yeah! Good job! 3rd
Thanks,
place.
Jody.
That's wonderful. She's doing a good job with them. Here's Miss Longlake, Elsie Johnson, and Miss Longlake Princess Jessica Benson. Okay, and we have the Rocket Transfer Company special delivery truck here. That's part of the, that's the beginning, I think, of the rocket.
Ancient Model T.
Yeah. And now we have the crane. Whoa, they have really gotten a big piece of equipment. I don't think they had that big piece in here last year, did they?
Not that I can recall.
Wow, that must be a new vehicle.
Look at all the wheels on that thing. My goodness.
Well, I'll tell you, I would say, and this is a pun, they're really going up in the world, right?
Yes, that's for sure. I'm not too sure whether I'd like to ride that particular rocket.
There he is, the owner driving the vehicle. Yeah, local gentleman. Bernie Johnson, right. And there's his wife walking alongside. She's making sure he's driving in the right direction. Here she is, Colleen. She can't hear because of the noise. Okay, we're on the next one here. This is from Three's Company. This is a hairstyling salon in the community. Well, they're having fun. Look at all the nifty haircuts.
Oh.
And behind them, we have a gymnastic group, young children performing right in the street. Boy, I'm glad, well, some of them don't have gloves on. You'd think they would burn their
I
hands.
think that pavement would be so high. Oh, look at that. This,
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at them. That's a great shot.
there's the gymnastics.
Okay, now we're at the Winstonka Business and Professional Console. No, this is Maggie's,
Margie's Restaurant.
I'm sorry, Margie's Restaurant.
Down at Marina Center. Margie's Restaurant and Pie. And look, it says, "We love you" on the side.
Okay, we have a little break in the parade here. Let's take a little breather before the next unit comes. There's a lot of things going on at Mound Bay Park today. The Alan Alma's boat rides and teddy bear band and arts and crafts show, the Loon Country Band, and Domino's. Well, let's see. The Domino's pizza eating contest really is not at the Mound Bay Park. That's at Domino's. I suppose they have to keep it there so they can make enough pizza to get that contest going. Are you going to get in that pizza contest today?
Not quite. Not quite.
And then tonight is the big dance at the Pond Arena right after the chicken dinner.
And that's the finale for Saturday. What's going to happen on Sunday?
Well, I think we can talk about that in a little bit because right now we've got some motorcycles coming again. Yeah, a little bit of noise here, so.
This is the Zura Cycle Corps that's will be coming up the line. And of course, they're a unit that was established back in 1953. And they presently ride Harley-Davidson motorcycles, 1994 vintage, and the approximate cost is $19,000 a piece.
Wow. Well, let's just sit back and listen to them because they get so loud it's pretty hard to talk over the sound.
When we mentioned Zura cyclists, actually that's the Zura Shrine unit from Minneapolis. And of course all these men have to be Masons before they can become a Shriner. These motorcycles are their own and they maintain them and all expenses are theirs.
Yeah, they participate all over the country too. I know I know that they've participated in places as far away as Las Vegas and well, they've been in South Dakota and Michigan and Iowa, Colorado, even Canada. They've taken first place trophy competitions many times. Sure look like they know what they're doing. They consider themselves the parade thriller.
Now they're approaching us in formation. Beautiful cycle. My goodness. the day distributing float that's in view now, and they're sponsors of the Muscular Dystrophy Association and also the West Tonka Recreation Association.
Oh, it's a tent on a flatbed.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Maybe those are the campfire boys and girls. Pretty hard to tell from this far away, but we'll see here. Yeah, that's what this is. Yes, that's what this is. This is the Minnesota Campfire Boys and Girls from the Mound participants. And their main office is in St. Paul. Camping, that's a real major pastime in Minnesota, isn't it?
It certainly is. Some years ago I did a lot of it. The last few years I haven't been so involved.
Okay, here we have a race car. This is the Mohawk JC's MDA race team. Rob and Kathy Cahill, our sponsor, are working on this. They're the contact person.
Rocket Robs. It's sponsored by Lou Fagers and also Pabst Brewing Company.
That's a fun thing. Okay, here's one of my major things I've been involved with, LMLOA, the Lake Minnetonka Lakeshore Owners Association, and that's Marcia Medlick, the president, the current president. Speaking of having women involved in these organizations.
Well, yeah, you women really have done a lot of work in the Lakeshore Owners.
She looked pretty busy there. I don't know what she was doing. I wish she would wave to us.
Well, this is the Gumwood gang that's approaching, and frankly I do not know what they particularly do when they call it the Gumwood gang, but I say they're supposed to be depicting Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I
He's got
understand.
the camera on us. Oh, okay. He took it off.
Should I jump in? Yeah, go.
Right there, Dave. Danielle.
Yeah, this is, I think it's a children's group. Gumwood. It's a little community right out here in the end of Mound, and I believe so anyway. And their theme to this year is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Well, it looks like more than 7 dwarfs, but there are only 7. There's a lot of children in this. Where's Snow White? Have you seen her yet?
No, I haven't seen her. I'm looking for her.
Oh, there she is. She's walking with the basket in her hand. Yep.
There they are on rollerblades.
So, oh, that's Paul Larson. He's riding a little scooter there, representing, I'm not sure. CD terms. Well, you know he's a realtor, so he might be,
That's why he's got CD there.
there it is. Oh, Lake Access. This must be part of the Burnett Realty Group. Sure it
Yes,
is.
it is. And a clown.
Oh, throwing candy at the camera. That's great. We'll catch some of that.
None of these realtors are walking. They're all riding.
Yeah, they're used to getting out there and spending their time with people. Looks like that little truck is sold there. Is that what they're trying to say?
That's what it says.
Well, those realtors sure have a good time. They're just
Look at the one that little puppy with him. Here comes the JXN Pet Watch. Now, I'm not too sure what that means, except I'm going to take it and think that as if somebody wants to go on a vacation, that these people will hire out to watch their pets or take care of them.
Well, that could be. Yeah. Sounds pretty descriptive as the name goes. Maybe we should take that phone number down and give them a call. Yeah.
Randy and Bridget Jackson, yeah. And,
They're bonded and insured, so that must be what that is.
Right.
Well, that's good to know we have something like that in the community. Here's the Cub Scout pack, $2.97. And John Hubler is in charge of this group. Another children's community organization. They do a lot of good things for the community. They work with the Clean Sweep and other various different...
You can become a Cub Scout, and my recollection is when you're from 9 to 11, somewhere in that range area. And then after that, it's the Boy Scouts.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you John Hubler? Yeah. Nice to see you, John. John just brought us some candy, Tootsie Rolls and things. Okay, here we have the LB Trading Post and Green Tea Accounting float.
With the old-fashioned karaoke.
Oh, that's a fun sound.
That karaoke. About 70 years old. Date that they have on the side.
Now, DARE means what? Drug Awareness Resistance Education.
And the
Minnetonka Painting. That stand there driving the truck. They've been in the community for a long time.
And here comes Glass Plus. That's a new business in the community. In fact, they're located where old Bud Orange's garage and filling station used to be.
Oh yeah, well I don't know where that is. Where is
It's
that?
down on Shoreline Drive. It's just almost next to two businesses east of the House of Moy.
Oh, I see. Oh, real close, right near the post office then.
Right.
Okay.
They adjoin the post office parking lot. They handle repairs of glass, whether it's automobile or residential or commercial, as well as screens, anything to do with windows.
Well, see, and that's a big mirror on the side of that
Yes.
truck, so we can take our own picture of ourselves here. Oh, but I guess they're shooting down the other way, so that would have been really a neat shot. Here's looking at you, it says on the mirror. Pretty clever. Okay, this is the DRS, Home Repair and Remodeling. And
And
the Firebird sports car here.
the 1994 Ford Thunderbird, according to what
That's-
they said.
Sure decorated up there. That was a
Here
fun
comes
song.
Revolution Radio. That I'm not familiar with.
It's REV 105.
105.1 or 105.3 megahertz.
105.1.
And 105.3.
Well, it's a bright red bus anyway. Here we are, the Cub Scouts pack 285. This is the Cub Scout group. They can become a Cub Scout between the ages of 9 and 11. They do a lot of work in the community too. It's an instant diet plan. Oh, I like it. Here's Jake Peterson. Okay, from the eye clinic.
Byron, his father, is one that started that several years ago.
Holy, look at the shots. The truck just got jacked up. What do you mean? It's not true. I think got jacked. Hi.
I think she stalled her truck there. We're at a standstill. Okay, we have another float here. It's American Legion, post 398.
398.
These are the Sons of the American Legion.
Sons of the American Legion, that's a relatively new organization, the Sons of Veterans of the Wars. And it was chartered in December of 1990.
Come here. You miss them.
Comes the auto glass specialists. These guys think that they are on Harleys too. They're going to perform on the street like the Harley people do. Think they'll get the same applause?
I don't think they'll quite get that. In fact, one is a motorcycle. Oh, wow.
He knows what he's doing, huh?
Look at the one there riding on
On the back.
back of the wheel.
Says this is an employee-owned company. A new wave of the future.
Oh, they're from St. Louis Park. That's why. Here comes Troop 571 float. That's the Boy Scout.
Well, they have a tent on the back now. I think I would be in the back of the truck sleeping if I was camping, if I had both of those things along with me.
You would? I'd rather sleep in the tent.
Actually, a hotel would really be my
All right,
choice.
yeah.
Okay, Mound Assemblies of God. And this, I really don't know too much about this float or anything. Looks like a...
Don't worry.
Oh, they have. I see they have some music on the float. Somebody's playing some instruments.
the band, but
We have a soloist.
Okay, and our next one we have the Westonka Snow Blazers. No, this is the Westonka Community Action Network. We can. Oh, they do a lot of good in the community.
Priscilla Langer, the Margaret Holsty are evidently sponsoring it.
Okay, we'll get water in the car.
Here we have the Westonka Snow Blazers. Boy, that winter seems a long ways away on a day like today, doesn't it?
In fact, there's really some people that I think would prefer the winter and the snowmobile and compare it instead of this hot weather.
Well, then they're not, I don't know, does that make you a true Minnesota if you like winter better than summer?
Well, it might be, but I tell you, I still like the boat and beach crowd.
Yeah, I'm with you there. This is the Westonka Sanitation Department. They're throwing all kinds of candy and stuff around, so they're going to probably be real busy cleaning everything up later, huh? Now he's on, oh, look at the nice shot of the carnival.
Oh, yes. I mean, Where are they? They're taking that from the roof of the
Yes.
school building.
We have cameras set up on top of the roof and right in front of us here on the street, so we can get some good long shots.
And here we got.
Wastanka Mohawk JCs.
Go get a balloon.
We're getting candy tossed at us from all directions. There's Jerry back in the parade.
And the JCs, of course, have done a lot of work on this Mound City Days.
Yeah. In fact, Jerry from SOS Printing, makes up all the signs that you see. Not every one of them, but a lot of the signs
Nice
that you see on the
Columbus,
cards.
float.
That ship has been in this parade for years, for many years. Did you do
There's that privately owned.
Do you like that? Here
comes the Mound
You
Fire
tell me, look
Department.
at this picture right here. I have a little guy here at my desk and he's looking at these fire trucks. What do you think of those fire trucks? Can you say something? Oh, he doesn't want to say anything, I guess. He just wants to look at the fire trucks.
You need to cool off. It'll really help.
Is that your favorite part of the parade? Yeah, it is. Right there, that's his favorite one.
My mound certainly has numerous individual types of fire trucks.
Hey, did you see they're spraying the audience up here? They're spraying them with the fire hose. You want to go get, yeah, you won't get wet here. They better.
Now they're spraying water at the crowd. The kids are enjoying the
Pulling
water bath.
everybody off. Look at that. Everybody's running into the water, getting wet. Well, this is definitely a change from last year. Everybody's enjoying getting wet. Last year, everybody had umbrellas.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, and they can really pump out the water.
Woo! Having a great time. They're coming from all directions. I think we better make sure that our microphones and all our papers are covered up in case they don't see us in time. Put that on top of this. Judy, run ahead and make sure they don't do it on us. Okay, they got the word. They won't get us wet.
Yep.
We're set. So
We can resume operation.
we were concerned there for a minute because I don't think they were aware that we were taping the production. That sure was a fun thing.
There's the hook and ladder truck. That was originally bought for due to the J.R. Clark building down in Spring Park out of the 5-story tower.
Great, okay. Parade, and now this is a nice change to have at the end, especially when they can hose people down and cool them off.
Yeah, that makes the real wind-up for the parade.
You know, it's interesting because I can feel the coolness off the pavement since they hosed it down, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
It does feel really
The
good.
evaporation of that moisture picks up some of the heat.
This is a very impressive fire department display. I think these are these all Mound units, aren't they?
Yeah, the one that's in sight now, I think, is St. Bonifacius.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
And of course, there's a reciprocal agreement between like Mound and Maple Plain and St. Bonnie, so they assist each other if there's a serious fire. And here's Excelsior. Fire rescue.
And we have Excelsior too. This is a 24-hour emergency service. Stands Incorporated.
That's for restoration if you've had a fire in your home. Does the cleaning and the construction is necessary.
Here's the parade co-cheers. There's okay, Jackie and Amy. Nice to see them. They've done a real wonderful job. Lots of work to put all this together.
It takes a lot of organization and a lot of time
You
to
bet.
get things organized like this. And we certainly have to thank those that are willing to put that time in.
Now, it looks like this is the end of the parade. Am I wrong? So these vehicles are still moving real slow, but I don't see any.
Well, it's the police now that are coming.
I think it's the end. Well, it's been a lot of fun, especially the hosing down. I think that was fantastic to get cooled off like that.
The crowd even liked it, even
They
though
did.
some did get wet, but
Running from all directions just to get hosed on there. Well, that concludes our 1995 Mound City Days Parade here in beautiful Mound, Minnesota. And I hope you all enjoyed it too.
And we hope, if the opportunity arises, please come and see the parade in person next year.
Next year, right, and it's usually on this middle of the June weekend, right around Father's Day.
That's
We
right.
have some real fun events coming up tomorrow too, and in honor of the Father's Day, there's going to be a breakfast for Father's Day, and there's going to be a new event called water volleyball down at Mound Bay Park. You gonna get in on that?
Well, that ought to be interesting, but I don't think I'll be in on it.
It'd be nice and cool. And of course, to conclude, the fireworks in the evening. And
That's spectacular.
Yes, and prior to that, there's going to be a boat, what do you call it? A boat flotilla, where they
Flotilla,
decorate
right.
the boats with lights and so on. So I guess right now we'll just say goodbye and thank you for joining us and enjoy Mound City Days.
And the best place to watch the water activities, of course, is down at what we call the Cooks Bay Mound Park. I know.